Hi friends, thanks for taking the time to move with me today. We've got a nice little quick warm up here for you. Think of it like you're pre-gaming before you go out about your day or maybe hit the gym. Something to get your body ready for all the movement that you want to do. Hope you enjoy it. We've got a nice little fun treat.
All right, friends, let's go ahead and get moving, shall we? So, come to a seated position on your mat. I've got myself in a butterfly position. You can be facing in whatever direction feels comfortable for you right now. I'm just facing you so that way you can see what I'm doing. But I've got the soles of my feet together, hands just chilling anywhere on my legs, and you're going to start by rounding forward or tucking your chin towards your chest. And go ahead, just open up. Having your heels, however, close towards your waistband feels comfortable, and just taking the time to just gently move. Feel your neck get nice and long as you come back to center. Then tuck it forward. Maybe you're able to dive towards your toes a little bit more, and slowly roll up. Hold, grab onto your legs, open behind you. Oh, I felt a crack. I don't know if anybody else did or heard that, but that felt good. If you have any cracks, I hope those feel good too. Nice. Now, after you finish this movement, just go ahead, twist a little bit. So I like to bring one hand forward, another one behind me, using that hand to press into my foot. Feel that nice twisting in your spine. Maybe look over your shoulder to deepen it a little bit more. Good. And then you'll come back and just switch. Now, I want this to feel good for you, but you move at whatever pace that does feel good for you. So if it helps to just sit a little bit more in this position to help you get warmed up, totally fine. But just switch from side to side. Now, just go ahead, do one more in either direction. Oh, then, come back to center, hands palm over palm behind your head. Growing as tall as you can, grounding your waistband into your mat, soles of your feet pressing into each other. Just do some gentle bends. I find my hardest part in doing this is my waistband wants to do a dance. The more I bend to one side, the more that opposite side wants to come up. Try to keep it down. It's your anchoring point as you bend from side to side. Because what we're going to do next is we're going to add this bend in with a little bit of rotation. So go ahead, whenever you're ready, come back to center. Twist towards one knee or maybe one side of your mat. Then bring your elbow down towards that space in your mat between your pants and your feet. Bring yourself back up, then back to center. Do the same thing on the other side. Twist as much as you can, then bend, aiming for your elbow to go into that space between your legs, and then come back up nice and tall. The taller you grow, the more of an effect you're going to feel. So I want you to feel a stretch on the side of your t-shirt as you bend forward, and then have your spine become like a wet towel that you're wringing as you move first, letting that stress and anxiety roll down your back onto the mat. Yeah, we want to get all that stuff out. Have it feel nice and good. Can you go a little faster? I know I can't. This is my happy spot for today because it feels really good. But don't let my tempo dictate your tempo. Nice. Now, come back to center. You're going to face towards the front of your mat. Bring yourself into this inverted tabletop position. Your feet are just pressing down onto the floor. I don't care where they are or how close they are to you. I just want you to lift your hips up however high you're able to. Look up at the sky. Drop them back down. Just keep lifting and lowering. Tapping your hips or your waistband onto that mat each time. If you want to make it a little sexier, I like to cross my legs and lower and lift with one. Or, thinking out of tricep. If you decided to do one leg with me, we're going to go ahead and switch sides now. If you didn't and you kept both of your feet onto the ground, continue like so. Ooh. I like to press my hands and my feet down into the mat. I'm starting to feel warm. Shining my t-shirt and my pants up towards the sky. Ooh. I think I forgot a few tricep presses, but hey, that's your option to do if you want to. Let's have this be our last one. Then go ahead, lower yourself back down. Feet go onto the floor. Stay on your hands if you need to, or if you're starting to get aggravated, drop down onto your forearms. But the next thing you're going to do is to come back into that inverted tabletop position and march. I don't care how high the leg goes, but I do want the rest of your body to be as still like a table. In fact, I want you to feel strong and sturdy like a table. My weight wants to alternate between side to side with my body, but I'm trying to keep it as even as possible. Pressing my waistband up towards that ceiling. Ooh. Let's go for 2 more. Last one. Now bring yourself back down. Legs go forward. Roll out your wrist if you need to. At any point, if you feel like this is too much or too much too soon, then go ahead. Go back to what we were doing before. But hands are behind you. Option to drop down onto those forearms. But you've got your inverted plank. Just start lifting your hips, lowering back down. Growing taller, reaching through your head and your feet like I was stretching you or you were some stretchy putty and you wanted to touch either side of that wall. Send your waistband up nice and high till you feel strong and solid like a rock. But I want you to feel like a rock the whole time. Even though you're moving, you're nice and active. Keep going like this, especially if it's your challenging spot. If you want more, lift up and hold. Bend one knee in, reach it forward, switch, other one bends in, reach forward. Keep alternating from side to side, letting your pants get close to your t-shirt, or however close you can. Waistband up high. If this is still not enough juice for you, or you're still looking for a little bit more, kick the leg. I know I make it sound so simple, like just kick. Bring your pants to the sky. It's nice and fun. Join me if you want to. If not, anything we were doing before works. Keep pressing your hands and your feet away. Last 2. Ooh, last one. Yeah, I thought my waistband wanted to drop that time. Good. Bring yourself back down. So take your hands out from behind you. Maybe reach them up toward the ceiling. They've been pretty active, working hard supporting us. Gentle bend from side to side. And then go ahead. Bring your legs about mat distance apart. Hands in front of you, growing nice and tall. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Reach towards your toes. I like to keep my hands onto the mat and then come right back up. If you don't like this, hands on top of your thighs. Same deal. I can just touch my feet. So if you can't, just go as far as you can. But come up sitting up nice and tall. Then, like you're peeling your t-shirt away from the wall, tuck your chin down. Reach forward. Hold on to your feet or whatever area before you. Take a moment to push your waistband back towards the wall behind you. Feel maybe a deeper opening in your lower back before you slowly stack yourself back up. Keep going like this at your own pace. Hands can also go forward as you reach. I want you to focus on that opposition between your waistband, hands and feet. If I could clone myself, I would be pulling you from your wrists and your ankles and giving you a nice hug from behind and then pulling you back towards that tackler. Hopefully you feel a nice stretch. Now, When you're ready, next leg as your arms come up to a T. Just twist from side to side. Legs can stay as they are, but your pants are cemented down into that mat to help prevent your hips from moving. Just like how we did earlier, we're going to add a forward reach to our twist. So when you're ready, hand goes forward, the other one goes back, like you're giving me a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Reach pinky finger towards pinky toe if you can, or just towards your foot. Go nice and forward. Pull yourself back. Come back to center. Switch to the other side. Make sure you flop your hands. Then you're going to go ahead, reach forward. Again, I'm still feeling that opposition or pulling you from your hands and your feet and your waistband. Not a whole lot to think of right now. Good. Go at whatever pace you would like. What I care is that your hips are grounded into that edge or mat. Mine's kind of connected, but the deeper or the more anchored your waistband is, the more of a stretch you're going to feel as you twist and reach. Let's do one more to either side. Unless you want more, then you go ahead and pause and you do you. Don't let me dim your side. But go ahead, bring yourself back to center, and you're going to go ahead, lie down. Have your legs bent, but you're just going to go ahead, slowly have your hands down by your side. Part if it's more comfortable, or you can have them closer together, but find your shoulder bridge as you tuck your hips towards your face. Slowly peel yourself off that mat, come up into whatever your high bridge looks like, and then melt yourself back down. Adjust yourself as needed. So if you need to bring your heels a little bit closer or further away, you do you. But hands and feet press down into their surfaces, waistband to face. Peel the t-shirt off the mat, come up nice and high, and then melt yourself back down. If you want more of a challenge, arms up towards the ceiling. Reach from there like you want to touch it. Same thing. Roll up. Peeling your t-shirt off that mat like you're peeling a banana. Send a little bit of energy up from your knees as you bring your waistband high to the side. And then melt yourself right back down. Roll slowly your back until you feel your waistband come down last. I, in this case, like to think of my spine like a staircase. And you've got a slinky at the top of the staircase. You want that slinky to go down one step at a time. If you get to a point where that slinky goes down multiple steps, hold. Breathe through it, roll again. That's your sticky spot, and that's where you need to embrace the suck in order to grow and get stronger. If you have no idea what I'm talking about with slinkies, then I highly suggest that you go and get one. Find a staircase and try it out. So that way maybe you can have a little bit more fun that doesn't involve looking at a screen. At least that's just my assumption. Let's go ahead and do a couple more like this. Good. Last one. I'm assuming you're with me doing the best version of this that you can. And that's all I ask for. But keep your hips high this time. Hands go underneath your butt if you're able to. If not, down by your side. But you're going to lift one leg up, lower it down, alternate to lift the other leg. I like having my hands under my hips because it allows me to give myself some tactile feedback to see what kind of dance wants to happen there. But also, it's a little bit more traditional because Joseph Pilates used to have his hand under his hips when he did the shoulder bridge. So, why can't we? If this is too aggressive, or if your wrists are still aggravated from earlier, just have your hands by your side and march. What I really care about is that you have your hips as high as you can and still while you're lifting and lowering. So even if it's down here, like this, that's cool. Like I said, they're just still. But at whatever height you have them, Go ahead, bring one leg up, reach it towards the ceiling. Start making dashes as you move the leg from side to side. Waistband as high as you can. Reaching through your leg like you want to touch the ceiling. If you got a foot plank too, go ahead and flex. Or point, I really don't care. And whenever you're ready, you're going to switch sides. I like to bring my leg back. Lower. Lift. Waistband stay nice and still. Maybe we try with my hands underneath this time. And then go ahead, make your dashes. I already feel like I'm glowing. I hope you feel like you're glowing too. And I want you to reach your toes up towards the ceiling. Pretend like you want to touch it. Good. Now, when you're ready, this leg stays still. You're going to bend. Lower yourself back down. Ooh.
Thanks for flowing with me. Hope you had fun. Ta-ta for now. If you liked what you saw or you want to do some more, get in on the scoop. Click that subscribe button below. New videos every Wednesday. Love ya!